Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you already subscribed, thank you. So in this video I would like to show you some items you need to start sewing. Let's get started. The first item is going to be your sewing machine. So it doesn't really always have to be a new sewing machine. You can get a second-hand sewing machine. So try looking into that. My favorite brand is Brothers. The second thing you're going to need some threads. The third thing that is going to be on our list, you need some scissors. So I could recommend getting 2 scissors. I have this is kind of pricey, and I've had these scissors for about 5 years and they still cut up so nicely and neatly. These are Fiskars, and then I got these are Fiskars too. These were very cheap. They were like about $2, and I use these to cut up other stuff, but non-fabrics, and then I use this for my fabrics. You don't want to use your fabrics to do other stuff. You want this to be for fabrics. You're going to need some tape measures. So you really don't need a lot of tape measures. You just need one, but I like having many. So I have this that is really very long, very long, and then I have this regular one that is 60 inches. So I prefer having both, and I have a lot, maybe about 10 tape measures. So you need a ruler. When I really started sewing, I didn't have that much money, so I didn't have a lot of this stuff. Some stuff that I see people posting that you don't really need them. So if you're really this kind of person that doesn't really have much but want to start, just go ahead and start with the few stuff you have. Mostly the first stuff that I've listed, and I'm going to pin them up. Those are the most things that you really need. Mostly it's a sewing machine, your threads, fabric, and scissors, and the tape measure. Most times if you hear about other people talking about stuff you need, and it's going to be a bunch of stuff, you'll be thinking about you don't really want to spend all that money. So to beat around that, you don't really need much. You don't need a lot of stuff. You need some pins too. So with the pins, another thing you're going to need is some seam rippers. You're always gonna make a little mistake. You're going to need fabric chalk. This is what I suggest. I don't know its name, but I got this from Joann, and it came with a packet of other little pieces. You just stick them in here, then you push at the back, and it pushes it. So I really love this so very much, because I tried the other chalk to use like this. That wasn't a good luck for me. And I tried the pins. I got some pins from Joann. They were so expensive, and I guess I just wasted up my money. Those pins, most of them, they didn't even, if I used 1 or 2, I used them maybe like twice or thrice, and they started jamming up, working and the others weren't even working at all. I'm going to give you some other options of some stuff you need. It's not a must to have them when you're starting, but you can just have them as you go. As you go, you can buy some other stuff to add on to your item list. Curve rulers. For most, if you're going to make your own patterns, you need some curve rulers. These curve rulers are used for the neckline, to draft your armhole, your sleeve, and then we have, so most times it comes with the long one for the hip area. So I recommend having a little book too, a little notebook to use for your measurements when you note down your measurements. Another thing is you need some more bobbins.
I recommend this quilt thread.
This type of thread, I love it. I use this for gathering my fabrics, mostly if I'm going to make an outfit that is gathered. This is so effective and it saves time. So I have these blocks, I can use them to hold my fabric. They are flat and a little bit, they weigh a little bit, so you don't really have to go for an expensive one, just like I said, in a sewing machine, because I believe the more pricey the item is the more like difficult to operate, because I've seen most of these serges that are really pricey, they're so difficult to operate. So I recommend starting up with the cheap ones. If you start up with the cheap ones
and you learn how to operate them,
that's when you could really upgrade onto a pricey one. So you need some fabrics too. For practices, you're going to need some extra needles, so you can get the universal ones. The universal go with all the sewing machines. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share, and leave a comment. I'll be posting more videos and I'll tell you my schedule for posting.